Hi, welcome to Grandad on Enfield. We're doing it a bit differently today because we're on an orange. Just trying. We're on an orange weather warning for wind and rain, so no bike today. So I just want to touch on a couple of things as we're sitting in the shed. First of all, demo bikes and loan bikes and what have you, we don't really have any in Ireland. If you want to test drive, tough. When I bought the Interceptor, I had to drive it without testing it. I sat on one, and then I sat on my own one, which was just delivered to the shop that day. So I don't know where you are, what it's like to get a test drive, but here it's nearly impossible. Go into most of the bike shops, and even bikes, second-hand bikes there for sale, are normally stacked up and parked together, and they're not very accessible. So anyhow, so that leaves you with really two choices. The first is one I don't like and I don't do. It's looking for a bike that you want for sale second hand from a private seller, going taking a test spin in and wasting their time and wasting your, well, you're not wasting your time, you're wasting their time for getting a sale on it. But that's the other one, is to rent a bike. Now I'll only do Royal Enfields because there's loads of rental companies. Well, there's not loads, I think there's 3 rental companies in Ireland, and the prices are kind of all over the place. I think there's BMWs for 200 to 250 a day, and then but I got the price for Royal Enfield rental in Ireland anyhow. So there's 2 classes. There's 350 to 450, and then there's 650. So that covers virtually all, well, it covers all the Royal Enfields. Now the bikes I'd be interested in, everyone keeps talking about the 350s. I haven't driven one. I've seen a couple around, but I'd love to try one. I'd like to try the 450 Himalayan. The 650 I'm not really too worried about because I have the Interceptor, so I kind of know the engine in that. So for 350 to 450, it's €225 for one day. And for 650, it's €245 for one day. Then you go into the next really thing that matters. It's 3 days, which is 145 for the 350 to 450 and 165 for the 650. So that's 435 for 350 to 450 and 495 for 650. 7 days then for 350 to 450 is €875, and for a 650 it's €1,015. 13 days I think is kind of a funny one, because I know a lot of people will take 2 weeks holiday, say, and then they want to book the bike for the 2 weeks, but they have a day travelling to get there and a day travelling to get back home, so they're down to about 12 days, 13 days kind of thing. But it's €100 a day, so for 13 days for the 350 to 450 it's €1,300, and for 650 it's €1,560. But if you go for 14 days, 350 to 450 is €80 a day, which is 1,120, which is 180 less than 1 day less. And for the 650 it's €1,400 for 14 days, which is 160 less. Now onto other bikes I'd like to try, maybe the BSA, but unfortunately there is no BSA dealer in Ireland. We don't have BSAs. They brought them in when the 650 came out first. I remember I was waiting for it to come out, but it took too long. It wasn't even in the showroom when I bought my bike. So that looked a bit crooked. So we don't have any dealer now. I've seen, I think, one 650 Gold Star on the road, and that's it. Now, I just read today the new Jawas are actually landing in France, so hopefully they'll be coming to the rest of Europe. The 42FJ is €4990, and the 350CL, the kind of choppery one, is €5490. Now, whether it's coming to all of Europe or not, I don't know, but I just read today that it's coming. They're landing in France shortly. I want to another sore subject. Like I say on this chat, I don't do politics. I believe in everyone's freedom to do what they want, except on one subject, and that's drink driving. Now, I've read the stats yesterday, and some of the stats are mind blowing. They're still continuing drink and drive. The actual group they gave was 25 to 34-year-old males. There was some repeat offenders, but then there was people that were caught between 7 and 11 times in the past. So they're just they're not getting the message. I don't know what you can do to them. On top of that, there was a 14-year-old boy was caught drunk driving. So there's no kind of hope for fellas like him in the future, because they're just going to keep doing it. And the last thing I'd like to touch on is actually the cost of motorbike magazines. You might have seen it there in Bike Magazine a couple of weeks ago. They were doing Bike Magazine with one of the classic bike magazines in the one packet for €9 or £9.50 UK, which is €10, 10 cent euros. But the price was €14 here for it, so that's another VAT thing we're stuck with. Like I said, the wind is after dying down a small bit. This is my 4th time doing this video, because the doors were banging, the roof was, the wind was whipping in everywhere. So hopefully it's something a small bit different. It's something we'll just try, and hopefully back next week we'll be back to normal. You'll see the bike, not me. So I think that's it. Except that, let me know in your area. I've noticed over the last couple of weeks it's been getting constant. It's been getting worse for a while, but over the last couple of weeks it's kind of intensified, especially with bad weather and stuff. The standard of driving on the roads is shocking. People use the horn more than they use their indicators, I'm sure, because like I was coming out of a junction yesterday, so the traffic stopped to let me out. And that was fine. I pulled out, but there was a line of traffic, so I just had to pull in behind it. But some smart fella decided he didn't want to wait in the line of traffic, so he came down the wrong side of the road and then cut into the front of me and started bibbing at me. What was I supposed to do? I was left out. He was on the wrong side of the road, not me, you know. But I think that standard is, even the other night when we were coming back in the dark, I couldn't see, and they just bibbing me and flashing their lights and tailgate me 3 inches from my... I'm sure some of them were trying to open the boot in the back of the car to get in. They were so close. But let me know what it's like in your area. And test drives. Do you get test drives? Do you get loaner bikes? What is the normal? Like I got the Harley. I got an email from Harley last year, and they said from dawn till dusk, take the Harley out for the day. No mileage restrictions, nothing. And when I went up 2 hours drive to get there, it was a 40-minute test drive. Well, he was leaning on 20 minutes, so I pushed it to 40. But is that normal? Is there no test drives? Is there no demo bikes? Like I say here, there's nothing really, and when you do go into the shops, now we have virtually every make here. All the new Chinese bikes are here. You might have to travel a bit from. All the Royal Enfields are here. All the Japanese bikes are here. Triumphs are here. Ducatis, everything except BSA. So I'd like to try. I'd like to have a look at the new 350, the Adventure one. But then again, would I prefer the 450 Royal Enfield Himalayan? But I can't tell because I obviously wanted to try them. So that's it. Be safe. Get home and ride your own ride. Grandad on Enfield. Thank you.